and welcome to Jennifer Fitzgerald's Spiritual Medium. It's Valentine's Day, the 14th of February 2017, and as promised, I've got the results of our monthly angel card reading here with me tonight. So first of all, we'll do the results, whether you picked card number 1, 2 or 3, and then we'll just go into what each one of them could mean for you and what's going on at the moment and how you can rectify that situation. So as always, let's have a look at what 3 cards we've got in store for you today, and hopefully you're all having a really lovely Valentine's Day, whether you're with somebody or not. So let's see what that is, and we'll do a little talk at the end of it. So card number 1. And I'm also using the Romance Angel deck by Doreen Virtue. So I thought that would be nice considering it's Valentine's Day, month of love in February. So the first card is, it is safe for you to love. Okay, and it just says on there, little description, it just says on there, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So this card is really, the angels are really trying to say to you, especially if you've been hurt in the past, you may be keeping your heart a little bit closed off, you may not be open to love around you, or you may be distrusting of somebody who's coming into your life and maybe showing you a little bit of attention and a little bit of love. The card is saying you're protected, your heart is always protected by the angels, and as long as you love yourself, you really can't be that damaged by somebody else's actions, because what we've got to understand is we're responsible first of all for our happiness. No one else can make us happy. If you're not happy, then there's something wrong that you need to look at and change. But in this situation, it is safe for you to open your heart. You are going to be protected. It's not going to break. It's much stronger. Love is such a strong emotion. So really, I feel with this, just enjoy whatever's going on around you guys at the moment. Really express yourself in a loving way. Because as you know, what you put out, you get back. So really keep the energy high, keep it positive, keep that everything you do with love and kindness, you know, to the extent that you can. And trust this issue around you where you're feeling a little bit like you want to open up, but you're a little bit unsure. Because I feel that if you've picked this card, then you need to be reassured that opening your heart and giving that energy is something is going to be really good for you and bring in a lot of positive love vibrations towards you. So really learning to trust and open your heart is the key message for you in the reading for February. And really just trust that loving energy and the attention that you may be receiving from somebody. It could be, you know, your husband has been a bit quiet lately and then all of a sudden he's become very loving and it's a bit of a shock. You know, embrace that. Don't overthink it. Or a new love relationship where it's moving quite quickly and you're a little bit, oh, you know, it's moving quickly. You know, don't be fearful of these things. Grab all the positives out of life, because there's far too many negatives and not many people grab the positives. So for those of you out there who are in new relationships or reignited relationships, you know, really enjoy one another. You've decided to be together for a reason. So, you know, look at those reasons and really embrace that and love one another. Like I said, you know, it is safe to do that and your heart is protected by the angels. Okay, so card number 2, for you, those of you who picked number 2, we have the Retreat card. A lovely card. Now, these are Romancing Angel cards, but with this Retreat card, it doesn't necessarily mean that you know, that it's a couple. It could mean that it's you on your own, needing to get some headspace, Maybe you've been taking on too many other people's problems or stresses, and just, it doesn't even have to be expensive, just something where you can go for the day on your own, or with your partner, or with a friend, anybody really that makes you feel at peace with yourself, comfortable. You know, get out and clear your head and really sort of just de-stress from whatever problems that have been building up around you. If you are in a relationship, if you're married or in a long-term relationship or even a new relationship, this card could mean that a holiday or somewhere where you'll be going away for a little bit, maybe a weekend or on a break or on a course or anything like that, that you're going to do with your partner. I feel that it's going to bring you closer together, because away from all of these stresses of everyday life, away from people that may be sticking their oar in some way in your lives, just the two of you, get away again, somewhere tranquil, somewhere where you can really just ease your emotions, ease your mind, and talk to one another. You know, the primal foundation of a good relationship is being able to talk to one another and listen to one another. If somebody's not listening, then you're going to get trouble with communication and being heard. So really try and sit down and talk about how you feel. Could be trivial, it could be about, oh, such and such said this and I'm feeling this way. Let your partners know what's on your mind, because otherwise they're just going to sit there not understanding why you're in a little bit of the down mood. So the retreat is showing for you if you've picked number 2. And it could be any kind of retreat, like I said, educational, pleasure, business, anything. But I feel that's going to be a good start for everybody, single, in a relationship, where we can really get our heads together and de-stress from whatever it is that's been building up in the beginning of the year. So that's number 2. Right, number 3. Okay, number 3s. We've got release your ex. There. Self-explanatory. Now, as you know, we've recently had the lunar eclipse in Leo, all about releasing old negative patterns. Now, if you're not able to fully release your ex in ways of you need to communicate for children, or you know they're still a part of your life in some way, you can release the way you communicate. You can release the negative that makes you bite back and go into those old habits, old negative patterns of arguments. It's time to let them go. If it means having to admit to your ex, yes, fine, you know, say that if you want to, that's your opinion, then so be it, do that. It doesn't mean you have to retaliate. The best way is to just let it go. Like it says, release it, let the energy go. The past is the past, it is what it is, so just let it go and move on and do your thing. I think when you fully let go of that emotional attachment energy to your ex-partners, you will find that your life becomes more peaceful. You can think more clearly. You know, really, rather than focusing on, maybe some of you are focusing on how much you miss your ex. Your ex may have moved on with somebody else, and you may be sat there feeling a little bit low about that. We're human. We all feel a bit of a kick in the teeth when things like that happen. It's natural, but it doesn't mean that it's, you know, something you have to dwell on. And also think about the reasons why you separated from your ex. If you chose to make the separation, really go back and think about what the relationship was like, why it ended, and what kind of things had happened to build up to that kind of outcome. If your ex broke up with you, then really think about, are they right for you? If they broke up with you for selfish reasons, say because they didn't like what you wore or what you did or what you said or who you were, then they're probably not the best person to have in your life. All due respect, you need somebody that's going to love you for who you are and what you stand for, warts and all. We've all got bad habits, nobody's perfect, but if your good habits outweighed your bad habits and yet your ex-partner was still very much, well, I want you to be perfect 100% of the time, nobody's going to be able to meet that bar. It's completely unrealistic. So if they broke up with you because trivial reasons, maybe you were a bit overweight, or they didn't like the way you looked and they thought you'd let yourself go, let them go, because beauty comes from the inside, not the outside. It's not how big you are, it's not how, you know, pretty you are, or how skinny you are, or if your teeth are perfect. It's none of those things. That is not a foundation for love. A foundation for love is teamwork and partnership. And if somebody doesn't want to be your best friend, if they don't want to take on your faults and laugh them off with you and try to encourage you to be a better person, then they are not worth your time. So release that energy. You can see on both sides there are reasons for exes, and grow from those reasons. Have a look. Maybe you were, maybe you did let yourself go, for example. Maybe you did have some bad habits where you think to yourself, well, really, if I hadn't done that, maybe it wouldn't have come to this. If that's the case, learn from that, you know, so that the cycle doesn't continue. That's what relationships are all about. That's what being on the earth plane is all about, lessons. So for number 3s, please release that negative energy. If you release that negative energy also, and your ex decides to come back into your life, you can start on a completely fresh slate. Of course, talk through the reasons why you were where you are, and you can sort through them. But if you're holding on to the past with negative energy, you will never move on in a reignited relationship, because you'll still be holding on to those past energies and past hurt. So letting go of the ex really is all about letting go of that past hurt, and understanding that now is a time for you to grow and learn and become the person you want to be, without anybody making restrictions of you or distracting you from your life path. So I hope you enjoyed those interpretations. Like I said, number 1s, it is safe for you to love. So it's time to let the heart out of the cage, you know, let the little wings flutter. Enjoy love. Love is good. Love is nothing to be scared of. If things don't work out, a lot of people think, I'll never love again. We are loving human beings. That's what we do. So if you're going to try and protect your heart, chances are you probably end up a little bit lonely or making the wrong choices. So be brave, be bold, go out there and love, and take hold of these exciting times with new partners, or a new reignited love, or a change in your partner which has brought such, you know, beautiful happiness. Love is a very beautiful energy, and we need more of it. So really go out there, open your heart, tell your family you love them, tell everybody. Let your heart come out and really sort of shine, because it's sad when people get hurt. We do protect our hearts, so we really must use them more to express who we are. Number 2s, retreat. Lovely card. So yeah, if you're going away, or you and your partner are going away, you're going away on your own, it's going to be a lovely growth process for your self-relationship, because let's remember, self-love is most important. How can we expect someone to love us in the way we want if we don't know how we want to love? You know, so once we figure out who we are and love ourselves for that, we know exactly what we require from a partner. So really get out there and love yourselves, singletons, and discover things you want to do, because sometimes we get in relationships and our partners don't want to do the same things that we want to do. So take the opportunity while you're single to go out there and explore and learn and understand who you are, and what your sense of humour is like, and what kind of food you really like, and all that kind of thing. Life's an adventure. Really go out there and live it. And a holiday, or a breakaway, or even a learning course, or if you want to go to a museum on your own, or anything that you want to do. If you're single right now, think about all the things you may have wanted to do, and you were with somebody in the past and I'm not really interested in that. Think about those things and go and do them while you can, before somebody else comes in and we all have to make those compromises again. Being single is a good time to be selfish with that self-love, and do what we want to do, and spend what we want to spend, and buy what we want to buy, and learn what we want to learn. So really embrace that. Being single is not the end of the world. And number 3s is release your ex. release your ex, number 3s, because that negative tie, that negative energy, that hurt, that heartbreak, let it all go. And think about the good times you had with your ex. Embrace again love. February, we're all about love in February. It's Valentine's Day. Think of the good stuff. Let go of the bad stuff and focus on the good, because nobody is 100% good or 100% bad. So take those, beautiful memories that I'm sure you all have with an ex, embrace those and let the bad stuff go, because half the time the bad stuff comes from anger, frustration, or a partner maybe feeling neglected from maybe your work or whatnot. Embrace the positive, let go of that negative energy, release it. You can ask Archangel Michael to help you release that. All you have to do is ask him, and he will come in and cut those emotional negative cords. He'll never cut the positive ones to somebody, but the negatives can always be severed. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed February's reading. I did. I thought it was very interesting. And it would be very nice to hear any comments you have, if the cards again resonated with you, if you actually got something out of the reading, that would be good. So I'll leave the links to the Facebook page and my website below, and yeah, feel free to leave your comments and give us a thumbs up. Maybe add some people to subscribe if you like the monthly angel readings. Lots of love, guys. Bye.